Ramsey's mom also took the stand. She blamed herself for her son's actions.
You can't make me believe that my decision wasn't the ultimate cause of all of this. To simply say I'm sorry to a victim's family, that's not enough. You can't undo their heartache. You can't undo our heartache.
But insisted that her son was a good child who took the wrong part.
He's loyal to a fault. He's compassionate. And this thing that we're sitting here discussing is not who my son is. I don't care how much you want to pluck out evil facts. That's not my son.
Ramsey also apologized for his actions.
I wrote this down because I knew I wouldn't know what to say on the spot. I don't know how to explain why all this happened. I don't think there really is an explanation to begin with. I think about it all the time. And I would take it back in a heartbeat if I could. I feel terrible for what I've done. And I would never do anything like that again. I'm so sorry for what I did. I constantly live in regret and shame because of it. I wish I had the words to express how sorry I really am.
In the end, Ramsey was sentenced to life without parole. However, just when you thought you'd seen it all, another convict surpasses Ramsey's wild actions.
I could be considered dangerous, yes. I smile because it's funny that all the people in there have no idea who they're messing with.
Enter 19-year-old Christopher Gribble, who's in a New Hampshire court for multiple charges, including murder. On October 4th, 2009, Gribble conspired with 17-year-old Stephen Spader, Quinn Glover, and William Marks, and invaded the house of 42-year-old Kimberly Gates.
Kimberly Gates, a devoted mother and wife, a nurse.
The woman was asleep with her 11-year-old daughter, Jamie, when the teenagers attacked them several times with a machete and fled.
Kimberly's scream woke her up, and Christopher went straight for her.
The attackers ran to the home of their friend, 18-year-old Autumn Savoy, whom they had planned to act as their alibi in case detectives came knocking. Unfortunately, Kimberly didn't survive. But unknown to the attackers, Jamie, who was gravely wounded, was conscious enough to call 911. Detectives swung into action. Savoy couldn't maintain his alibi, so the teenagers were arrested. In court, the prosecution detailed the level of violence the teenagers carried out.
And this is what the defendant used against both of his victims. Break in and kill whoever was inside. For fun, for kicks.
The responding officer also testified to the kind of carnage he witnessed at the scene.
I saw a young girl laying on the floor. I observed that she was completely covered in blood from her head to her toe. I observed that she had major injuries and major trauma, to include lacerations to her face, extremities, as well as I observed that part of her foot was missing. I got close to her. I told her that I was a police officer, I was there to help. She then said in a whisper while shaking that she thought her mommy was dead.
Quinn Glover also took the stand. He revealed that Gribble and Spader were the masterminds, and they were the ones that carried out the attack.
Referring to Mr. Spader, do you see him here in the courtroom?
I do, sir.
Please point him out and identify an article of clothing that he's wearing.
To the right of the table, in the blue suit. He talked about eating people, roasting people, putting heads on stakes, making scenes for the press.
He apologized for his role in the violence.
Every morsel of food that I eat, every breath of air that I take, every beat of my heart, I think of what we have done. I know that there is nothing that I can do that will ever atone for my terrible actions.
William Marks also testified to his role in the crime.
You stood in that doorway and you watched them both attack those people, didn't you?
Yes.
Did you once, just once, try and stop them?
No.
Did you try and help
No.
him or Jamie once?
No.
At his sentencing, the judge reserved some words for him.
You planned and you watched and you celebrated the unspeakable horrors that you inflicted on an innocent mother and child. Just because you testified against your co-defendants and we call that cooperation does not mean that there is any redemption for you here today.
Marks was sentenced to 30 to 60 years, while Glover will spend 20 to 40 years in prison. But that wasn't all. When Gribble was questioned after their arrest, he readily confessed to what he did.
Steve and I are very similar. Steven's Vader. Both of us grew up with problems in our families. Technically, we're both sociopaths. He said, yeah, we're just going to go in there, grab some stuff. If anybody's there, we're going to kill them, have some fun. I agreed. The mom sat up in the bed, started asking who was there, what was going on, tried to turn on the lamp and it didn't turn on.
Yep.
And when she did that, Steve started hacking at the bed with the machete. I was controlled, but I didn't really feel much of anything. I thought I would, but I didn't. The mom was obviously not going to make it. The girl, I was pretty sure, wasn't going to. She was completely out there. There was blood all over the place.
But during his trial, he tried to use the insanity plea.
When were you legally insane?
When was I legally insane? Well, I think technically I'm legally insane now is what my defense is. That I am...
Right now?
Yes.
You're a careful criminal, right?
Yes.
You're saying you're legally insane.
I'm saying as my defense, yes.
Do you not believe in your defense?
I do believe in my defense.
So you're saying you were legally insane?
Yes.
He also claimed to have been abused as a kid.
I'd get to the point at night where I just really wanted to sneak in my dad's bedroom, pull the gun out and shoot myself in the head. Because I just wanted it to end.
Gribble did everything to absolve himself of the crime,